Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Manager Marty.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you very much.
You don't need to manufacture a star. You don't need to make Gervonta Davis against the guy who pumps my gas. And just need to manufacture the star continuously. You know, like Gervonta's a very good fighter. I criticize the matchups not because I don't like Gervonta Davis, because I feel like he's so good that I want to see him against somebody like him. Why should I have to watch? Why, if I know that a python is a dangerous animal, and I gotta see a python take on an alligator, I'll say, okay. But why do I gotta watch a python take on a turkey or a rooster or a chicken? Why do I gotta watch that? I already know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? That's a slaughter, right? That's a slaughter. But you know what? You're gonna give it a Nile River crocodile or alligator, and when I confuse alligators and crocodiles, but whatever. Give it a Nile River alligator and a python. Bro, you know, you got me interested. You're like, all right, bro, let's see who wins this. You know what I mean? This fight, you know, obviously we're not fighting to death in boxing, but nonetheless, intrigue me. You know, the Gervonta Davis fight with Lamont Roach. Lamont's a good fighter. He's a perennial contender. He's been a contender for his whole career. I think he's been pro for about a decade. I can remember him all the way back in his Golden Boy days. But it's, you know, solid perennial contender. Always came up just a little short and then finally got over the hump and won his world championship. That's great for him. But that doesn't mean now you put him up in the next weight class against a bona fide star, a pay-per-view star, and you make him the opponent. Like, that's not how you're supposed to do that, bro. You know what I mean? So that's why when I hear guys like Davis talk about they want to retire, they're not motivated anymore, and but that's just because they overpaid you. You know what I mean? And again, I don't like to bring up money, account other people's money, but I'm bringing it up only because that's part of the reason he said that. Like, he's like, you know, I made my money, this and that, and I won't. Oh, what did you accomplish though? Just because it's funny because people are so stupid today that they think just because somebody makes money, it automatically merits that they're successful now. That's it. It's your success.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew, welcome to another episode, another edition of Roll the Tape podcast with Manager Marty. I'm your host, Manager Marty. We need answers. Come on, y'all. Come on, real quick. We're not going to hold you too long today. Come on in, grab a seat. But before you grab a seat, make sure you grab a plate. Yeah, just come on in. Yeah, leave the door open because we got other people that's coming right in behind you. I see some of my members of the channel, the supervisors of the Road to Tape film crew. They just pulled up in the parking lot. And they about to come in, so hold the door open for them. Grab a plate. I have some food I want to serve you. Some food for thought. And then have a seat. Come on, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, welcome to all of you that are here live and live in color. And I also want to take this time to welcome my spies, my detractors, and my haters. I welcome you as well. Come on in. Y'all welcome as well. You're going to learn something today. That was the voice of, excuse me, that was the voice of Paulie Malignaggi. He was referring to Tank Davis in an interview that he recently conducted just a few days ago. And I wanted to speak on that because there's a lot of things that Paulie Malignaggi said, and this is right down my alleyway as a representative of the business of boxing. But before we get into that, we have to talk about Ryan Garcia. Okay? I got to talk about him. We have to talk about him. Let's talk about him. Then we're going to get into Gervonta Tank Davis and some of the hate that Gervonta Tank Davis have continuously been subject to. Now, Ryan Garcia, this is what I've been told. This is what you've been told. This is what we have been told, that Ryan Garcia has agreed to VADA testing. That's what we were told. That's what reports are saying, people saying. I haven't heard Ryan Garcia himself come out and agree to that. Haven't heard Ryan Garcia come out and confirm it. But I'm just letting you know that we all have heard in the last few days that Ryan Garcia has agreed to VADA testing. Now, before we get into all of that, I have to send a double salute to the sponsors of this channel, one of the sponsors of this channel, and we have more to come. My guys over there at Quartler Manus LLC, here representing the state of Pennsylvania and the state of New Jersey as personal injury attorneys. And they do have a website, and it's right at the bottom of your screen. It's actually on the bottom of my shirt as well that I'm wearing, and it's wefightwewin.com. And their number is 1-844-50-FIGHT. That's 844-50-FIGHT. Reach out to them. They're one of the best personal injury lawyers in the business. I promise you that. Or you know me, I wouldn't have recommended them if it wasn't true. And so, yeah, they're definitely one of the best in the business. Any personal injury lawyer, any personal injury circumstance you can think of, they are the ones who not only will represent you, but they also will win. And we got to go and flow where the money is. Okay, we need all the support that we can get for this channel, and so that's why we have sponsors that's coming alongside of us, and you, the Roller Tape family, even all of you, the Roller Tape supervisors, you with your monthly support, and all of you that come alongside of us to help us defray the cost of running and operating this platform through your super chats and your super thanks and even your cash apps. So double salute to all of you. And the air fryer is slow right now. We don't have a huge audience, and that's okay. It's Friday. A lot of people gonna catch the replay of this live, and so I want to welcome all of you that's watching the replay of this live right now. You are also welcome. Feel free to leave comments in the comment section below. I do read my comments, not all of them, but every now and then I will respond to people that continuously say things that are not favorable, or they might not have a lot of knowledge on something. But for the most part, if you're a member of the channel and supervisor of the Road to Take Film Crew, you know I'm going to respond to every comment, because that is a part of the perk that you actually receive. And if you want to be a member of the channel and upgrade your status to a supervisor of the Road to Take Film Crew, we have more perks coming your way in 2025. And I am so excited that you all are here with me live and live in color. And speaking of members of the channel, we got to double salute my guys, Andre Noble and Jeremy Austin. Salute and double salute to those guys as member of the channels. Now, enough with the hugs, handshakes, and Valentine's Day cards. Let's get to some more impressive business. Ryan Garcia supposedly, allegedly agreed to VADA test. This is what we were told. Now, I went on VADA's website, and I want to take my glasses off to say this part so I can hear myself say it when I say it. I go on VADA's website regularly. Regularly. Okay? Just want to let everybody know that. And you know what? I want to say this because this don't have anything to do with this live, but since we bringing up VADA, I figured I'd bring this out. I wanted to say this the last time, but I forgot. You know, the last time when Tim Bradley was in my comment section when I dropped that video on Shakur Stevenson? Y'all remember that? You know, when I was talking about how Shakur Stevenson have been with the snack protocol and Victor Conti for 5 out of his last 7 fights, and how his performance has been enhanced. Well, you know, I wanted to say this then, but I forgot. It slipped my mind. All of the research I've conducted for 15 years, I got stuff locked in the vault. So some things do slip my mind. But when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, even if you go on their website on VADA, VADA-testing.org, even if you go on the website, you notice that the last few opponents that Shakur Stevenson fought, right? They're listed that they enrolled in testing with VADA. But you won't find Shakur Stevenson up there. I'm talking about during the times he was allegedly tested when he fought them. You know, like De Los Santos, you know, them. He was up there for a few years, but we haven't seen him and Terrence Crawford up there for years now. I don't want to start no controversy. Maybe I do want to start controversy. But all I'm saying is Shakur Stevenson, he's not listed up there. I'm talking about, when he fought the Santos in the last few fights that he had. He's not up there. He's not on the website. Now, if he is, somebody can correct me. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. But I've conducted thorough research on all of this. And that's why some of your favorite fighters that's over there at the snack protocol, they won't click that link to come up here and talk to me. That's why Bill Haney won't click that link and come up here and talk to me. That's why Tim Bradley, and I've invited him multiple times, y'all were here, he won't click the link to talk to me. Why don't these people want to talk to me? I don't want to talk to Victor anymore. We talked to him enough. We don't need to talk to him anymore. I've already spoken to Dr. Margaret Goodman, the CEO of VADA. We don't need to talk to her. I already talked to people that's in boxing that understand what's really going on. I already talked to them behind the scenes. But I'm trying to figure out why they won't click the link and come talk to little old me, the manager at Walmart. I'm just a manager at Walmart. I'm just a manager at Target. Isn't that what Bill Haney said? I'm just a janitor, Janitor Farty, Janitor Marty. Isn't that what Coach Malachi said? I am homeless as a musician. Isn't that what Victor Conti said? I'm broke. Isn't that what Rachel Donaire told y'all about? I'm broke, right? That's what she said, right? I live in a linen closet with mothballs in it because I'm a water boy. Isn't that what Blue Blood Sports TV said? So if I'm all of these insults that people keep saying, why don't people click the link? I should be very easy to talk to. They won't click the link. So I'm just trying to figure out. I haven't seen anything on VADA's website that quote unquote enrolled Ryan Garcia in their program. I haven't seen a tweet from VADA. Now I have my suspicions on who's behind the scenes running that account, but I don't have any definitive proof. That's just an opinion. Okay? But I'm just saying I haven't seen any public statement from VADA yet confirming that Ryan Garcia enrolled. So I don't know if he did or not. But I wanted to play something while we're all here. And I wanted to know, why would Ryan Garcia enroll in VADA after saying these words just literally a few weeks ago when he was on that platform in an interview up there in the UK. Remember the Ring magazines had their award ceremony? Y'all remember that, right? A couple weeks ago. This is what Ryan Garcia said when the guy, I don't know the guy's name, but the YouTube account is Seconds Out, and the guy asked Ryan Garcia, I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
But I'm ready to fight him. I mean, I've already fought him and beat him. So he's put his own stipulations on it, saying he's going to demand 24-hour drug testing all the way legal. I'll put my predicaments on it. We won't be using VADA. I'll be using the people I want to use, because for some reason Bill Haney keeps on saying VADA, 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 VADA. It's kind of strange to me. Why can't I use USADA or any other organization? Seems a little fishy to me that they love VADA and VADA loves them. I mean, it's just weird. I mean, if nobody's asking those questions, I wonder why.
That was Ryan Garcia about 2 to 3 weeks ago. He said, these are his words, y'all heard him. I won't be using VADA. He was asked about Devin Haney and Team Devin Haney applying a lot of pressure on him to take VADA testing, or else this fight between them in the rematch is not going to happen. In other words, is as a prerequisite, Ryan Garcia will have to agree and confirm that he will undergo quote unquote VADA testing to fight Devin Haney in a rematch. And of course, the rematch is supposed to be allegedly paid for and brought to you by Turkey Al Sheikh out there in Saudi Arabia. So Ryan Garcia said a couple of weeks ago that the predicament that he has is that he's not willing to use VADA testing for this rematch. That's what Ryan Garcia said. He'd rather use USADA or another agency. Of course, there is no other agency right now testing athletes when it comes to VADA and or USADA. So I don't know what other options Ryan Garcia would have besides those two, and changes will be made in the near future. And I'm going to tie that into something else later on, but I'm trying to figure out if this is true, because I'm not saying it's true or not. This is reports that we've been reading and hearing all across the boxing community for the last couple of days that Ryan Garcia has agreed to VADA testing. I'm trying to figure out what would make him change his mind. I'm trying to figure out who would make Ryan Garcia change his mind. If Ryan Garcia undergo VADA testing, I'm gonna grind Ryan Garcia up. I got to keep it 100 with you. I am. Double salute to my guys, Jay Sir, and all things. They're both members of the channel, supervisors of the Road to Tape film crew. I'm gonna grind Ryan Garcia up. Now, I know people are gonna get mad at me, like people have been getting mad at me already, saying that I'm defending a cheater. That's what people say in my comment section. They've been saying that since the results came back, that Ryan Garcia tested positive in May of 2024 after he fought Devin Haney. Double salute to my guy, Andre Smith. He's also a member of the channel, supervisor of the Road to Take film crew. People keep on saying I'm defending Ryan Garcia. He's a cheater. He's a PED user, things of that nature. I think the Road to Take family knows my stance on Ryan Garcia with regards to the small traces of ostarine that was found in his system. I believe personally, with the research I've conducted, that Ryan Garcia's supplements that he took was contaminated. That's what I believe. And in that, he did not get suspended for cheating. So, I mean, that's my take on it. To each his own. To each his own. That's fine. If you want to believe that Ryan Garcia intentionally cheated Devin Haney, I don't think you're wrong for it. Whoever. To each his own. But what I will grind Ryan Garcia up for is the fact that as a man, as a brand, he made a public statement. And when you say something as a man, you got to stand on it. It don't matter what pressure that you being put under. That's what a part of being a man is. Stand what you do. Stand tall, stand there. The same criticism that I gave the Haneys when they ran out the back door and didn't go downstairs to the press conference after the fight. They ran out the back door. They didn't do no public interviews in front of the media the way that they have done it when they won. And I told the Haneys, Bill and Devin, stand right there under that fire. Stand right there under that pressure. Stand what you do. Bill Haney said publicly that he's going to have his son go in there and commit a homicide against Ryan Garcia. He wished death upon another man, and then his son lost. You said that openly, right? Stand right there and deal with the fire. And Ryan Garcia gonna get put under the same scrutiny from me publicly if he goes through with VADA testing after all that stuff we just heard him say. He got to stand on it. He got to stand on honor. If he really genuinely believes that there's something fishy going on with the influence of Victor Conte over there with VADA and the influence and the protocol of Victor Conte with Devin Haney, he got to stand on that. Sometimes you got to die standing on your toes for what you believe in as men. So if Ryan Garcia undergo VADA, and not USADA, I'm a grind Ryan Garcia. I'm saying it in advance. For all of the people that always say I'm being biased, no, I'm not. I treat everybody equal. But I haven't confirmed whether Ryan Garcia is testing through VADA or not. These are reports that we're hearing. I didn't see no proof. You know me, I don't go by hearsay. And I encourage you all not to as well. And let's just say he is. This is the part I love about this whole situation. Let's say Ryan Garcia agrees to VADA testing, because I'm still going to grind him up. It's not 24/7, 365, because doesn't he have a fight coming up against Rolly Romero? Oh, okay. What we talking about? Let me put something on your screen when we talk about VADA. I just love putting this on the screen to help people understand where we at with this thing here. I'm going to read this. This is from VADA's website. You see it on the top of your screen where it say VADA-testing.org. So nobody can say that I photoshopped this. You know that's not in my character for some of you haters that been lying on me. Look at your screen. I'm going to read it to you. It's already highlighted. I did the homework for you. Professional athletes will volunteer to be subject to unannounced testing at any time during the 8 weeks prior to a scheduled fight. I figured I'd put that up there so y'all can see that. Okay? So let's say he is undergoing VADA testing as a prerequisite to fight Devin Haney. Well, isn't he about to fight Rolly Romero first? Oh, okay then. So anybody that's out there trying to confuse the people by saying 24/7, 360, stop it. I done told you about a phone booth, and I'm gonna tell you right now. 24/7, 365 testing through VADA is a hoax. It's fake news. I told y'all before, and I'm gonna keep saying it again. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Now, I'm trying to figure out what and or who will make Ryan Garcia change his mind. If this is true, like I said, I haven't seen any reports from VADA. I haven't seen a tweet from VADA. You know, I'm talking about the tweet. You know how VADA be tweeting when they tweeted, Devin Haney has enrolled. We welcome Devin Haney in our 24/7, 365. Right? Okay, I didn't see that. On their website, I haven't seen a picture of Ryan Garcia on there claiming that he's now officially enrolled as of January of 2025 into their program to be tested. I mean, I haven't seen it, me personally. Double salute to Two Cents Boxing. She is a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roller Tape Film Crew. I'm not gonna hold you all too long, I promise you that. Before we get to Tank Davis, I gotta talk about this Ryan Garcia thing. I don't know if he did Ryan Garcia confirm it in his tweets. He probably have. I didn't go on his tweet yet, on his account yet. I haven't seen Ryan Garcia confirm it. VADA didn't confirm it. So I'm trying to figure out who put this information out there with no confirmation. Y'all know Manager Jamari don't go by hearsay, and I encourage you not to. So where's the confirmation at? Like, for example, speaking of confirmation and stop going by hearsay, look at your screen for a second. Bam. I wanted to address this. I already addressed this in the last live, but I figure it's kind of relative to what we're talking about now. This is a letter from VADA to Devin Haney. Okay. I put the we need answers up there, but this is one right here too. Okay. This is from VADA, of course, the letter that they give out to the athletes after receiving the athletes' results post testing. And this was like between March 26, 2024 and March the 30th, 2024, when Devin Haney tested through VADA. It says that his results are negative. And then I just basically used this one, which is the latest one that the VADA posted. Well, excuse me, Victor Conti posted. He posted this one, and he actually posted this one, this letter that states January 9th, which was the collection date. And Devin Haney tested negative in his results. So what I'm trying to get at is when we keep going by hearsay and we're not fact checking, those are not results. I know somebody's not going to like this, but those documents I just showed you on the screen that Victor Conte keep posting of Devin Haney on his Twitter account, he keeps posting it. Yeah, they're not results. They're not. They're not results. They're just words that was typed up from VADA with their letterhead on it. I'm not saying that Devin Haney did not test negative. What I'm saying is those are not actual results from the lab. Why aren't the actual results from the lab being tested? From the Smarter Lab, SMRTL, the lab in Utah. And I got a lot, I know a lot about, I'm gonna leave that alone. What I'm trying to figure out is why are the letters from VADA being the only document that's being publicized to prove that a snack athlete is testing negative? Let us see the results. That's all I'm saying. Because Victor Conti still have not posted from 2020 all the way to now. He has not posted one of those same letters that he's posted with Devin Haney. He hasn't posted one for Terrence Crawford. And I told Victor Conti when he was here, and I told you all that according to VADA's website, Terrence Crawford hadn't been tested since November of 2020 when he fought who? Kell Brook. Where are the test results if we really going to talk about transparency? Double salute to my guy, Chef Curry. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for turning the air fryer up all the way up to 375 degrees. My man, Chef Curry says, I second your motion, Manager Marty. Keep cooking. Thank you for your contribution and your support, Chef Curry. Hey, I'm just saying, you can confirm that the test was administered, but we need to see results. See, I'm about producing results. And that paperwork is not valid enough if you have a fighter in Ryan Garcia saying he's suspicious. If you have fans of Devin Haney, if you have fans of Terrence Crawford, if you have fans of Tank Davis, if you even have Tank Davis himself saying, get that snack, S-H-I-T, out of boxing. Now you got Errol Spence even tweeting, and he tweeted that within 2 years, people can taper off and cycle off and use PEDs and still have gains. That's what Errol Spence. Notice how Errol Spence and Terrence. Notice how Errol Spence and Tank Davis both publicized those words through a tweet 2 to 3 days after Manager Marty dropped certain videos. Did you notice that? Go back and look at the timeline for my new audience if you don't know. When Tank Davis, and I got the proof to let you know, I don't speak on nothing public unless I got the evidence. Tank Davis said, get that S-H-I-T, he said, get that snack S-H-I-T out of boxing. When did he say that? 3 days after Manager Marty posted a video. I published, this is before Victor even came up here. And I put Tank Davis' name in the title because it has something to do with him, Victor Conti, VADA, and Mario Barrios. Go back and do your research. A couple days after Errol Spence made his statement, I came back on this platform right here, live and living color, and said that I find it interesting. Now Errol Spence is speaking on it. 2 or 3 days after I published the video. You see what's going on? So what I'm trying to figure out is if people are saying things good and bad, why don't you ease the suspicions of people and just put the results out? A piece of paper that just says, oh, you negative. That might not be suffice for some people. Given the fact that Victor Conti has influence over the VADA and he helped form it. His words, not mine. We need answers. So what I'm trying to get at is if Ryan Garcia don't stand 10 toes down on his square, I'ma grind him up. And he can, and guess what? Ryan Garcia is open to click the link. I'd love to have him up here. But I haven't seen any concrete definitive evidence saying Ryan Garcia agreed to VADA testing. Even though I've heard people say something about it, people reporting on it, I want to see Ryan Garcia himself say it. I want to hear him say it. Whether see it means see it through social media or hear him verbally say that he has agreed to VADA testing and he has now denounced his own stance. Somebody asked me in the chat just now, hey Marlo, put that in the super chat. I guarantee you I'll give you an answer. Put your question in the super chat and I'm going to answer your question because that is a very, very, very good question. And double salute to my guy, Band Up. He's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll to Tape film crew. So that's all I'm saying. These are things that no one can refute. It's incontrovertible. There's nothing they can do. Terrence Crawford has not had a VADA document published through social media by Victor Conti ever since Terrence Crawford have been with the SNAP program. Ever since Terrence Crawford been with the SNAP protocol. Since 2021. But Victor Conti loved publicizing those VADA letters on behalf of Devin Haney. Double salute to my homegirl Ty. She's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll to Tape film crew. So until I see or hear any confirmation from Ryan Garcia, I won't believe that he agreed to test it. I'm going to stick by the last words I actually heard Ryan Garcia use when he was on that video with Seconds Out in the UK at the Ring Awards banquet. And I just played the tape where he said he's not going to undergo VADA. He want to use USADA as the testing agency as a prerequisite to fighting Devin Haney. Okay? And I've already proved time and time again that there is a hoax going on and there is fake news. In fact, if you really want to be technical about it, and I have to take my glasses off to entertain all my family members today, I'm on the cusp, if I haven't done so already, of exposing the biggest scandal in boxing history. All this 24, 365, 20. Stop it. No, ain't nobody doing that. No boxing. We all know that now. And Tim Bradley knows it too. And we just found out the other day, Tim Bradley got his blood work done by Victor Conti. He's another one. You see, watch the pattern, people. Watch the behavior patterns. We've seen this movie before, haven't we? Y'all don't know what I'm talking about? We're going to get to Tank Davis in 2 minutes. I just want to clarify something. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Remember Rachel Donier coming up here, giving us the impression that she was friends of the channel. Coming up on the panels when we talk about Snap. Being up in the comments section in the chat when we talk about Victor. We thought she was friends and supporters of the channel, didn't we? We found out that there was an agenda going on that I knew nothing about. And we also discovered that the moment that Victor Conti had been exposed by his own words, not my words, his words, and I gave y'all clip after clip after clip after clip exposing the contradictions of Victor Conti himself. All of a sudden now, Rachel Donier started having a problem with me. And it didn't stop there. She went on someone else's platform, Knockout Boxing, 86 TV. She went on there when I was on the platform. No one called her up there. I wasn't saying anything about her, but she knew the big dog, me. She knew the big dog was up there, and then she jumped on and was extremely disrespectful to me. And of course, we know before that, she dropped 2 lives on me on her own channel, lying on me. 8 lies I exposed that she told on me, including that I was drunk, pissy drunk, out of my mind in Las Vegas. And everybody know me, personally know, you ain't gonna never catch me drunk. That's all I'm saying. But those, oh, she said I was broke. Maybe she wasn't lying about that. Let's run with that narrative. I am broke. But what I'm black in America, ain't I? Okay, but what I'm trying to figure out is we've seen this play. We've seen this movie before where someone's protecting Victor Conti and they're protecting their own interests. So now they start throwing shots at me. And that's the same movie that's being rewinded and rerun by Timothy Bradley. Because we didn't know that Timothy Bradley was with the snack protocol, did we? I didn't see the snack logo on any of his trunks because I checked. But he came out and said that the phlebotomist extracted his blood and sent his blood not to a doctor, but they sent his blood to Victor Conti, the pseudoscientist. They sent his blood to him directly. Tim, you was already in the office of a phlebotomist. Why didn't you get your personal healthcare physician to just test your blood right then and there? You could go to your doctor and get them to test your blood. I mean, that's what we do when we go to checkups and physicals at our personal doctors, don't we? I'm just asking a question. Oh, okay. All right. Double salute to my guy, Mr. Greg Quarterbaum. He's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roller Tape Film Crew. Mr. Greg says, "Good afternoon, Manager Marty. Here is some of my snack money." Thank you for your support and contribution, Mr. Greg. Appreciate you, big dog. And we're going to use your snack money for a good cause. And that is to conduct research on why people are coming out saying Ryan Garcia agreed to VADA testing and there's no evidence that he did. Double salute to my guy, Jay Mills. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel as always, every week, Jay Mills. Much love and respect to you, man. Appreciate you. Jay Mills says in the super chat, just a little support. Double salute, Manager Marty. Double salute to you again, Jay Mills. So I was trying to figure out where's all these news circulations coming from if we haven't heard it from Ryan Garcia himself. Double salute. My guy, Sin Iron Heart, is a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roller Tape Film Crew. And the thing about it is, my guy Harlem Hemp says it the best. I gotta put his comment on the screen. I love the way he said this. Harlem Hemp says they not gonna like you, but I love what you doing, bro. Truth wins. I love your support as always, Harlem Hemp, and I know they don't like me. But see, the thing about it is, I didn't get on YouTube for y'all to like me. I'm talking about the haters when I say y'all, not the Roller Tape Film Crew, not the supervisors of the Roller Tape Film Crew. No, no, no. I'm talking about my haters, my spies and detractors, them. I didn't get on YouTube to win a popularity contest. I've been popular all my life off of YouTube. Every community that I represent respect me for being who I am and what I represent as a man of faith and a man of integrity. So I don't care about what these liars are saying about. All I'm trying to figure out is why won't they tell the truth if everything's on an up and up? Why are people lying if everything is righteously being done? There's something wrong with that picture. Okay? So when I hear Ryan Garcia confirm he agreed to VADA, I'm gonna do a video or live. I'm gonna replay it so y'all can hear it. Or if he said it through a tweet, I'm gonna show it on my screen, and then I'm telling y'all right up front what's gonna happen. And if Ryan Garcia, you listening, if you don't stand 10 toes down on what you said 2 weeks ago, I'ma grind you up. Because as men, we got to stand. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. Now, what I genuinely believe, and I don't want to speak too prematurely, but what I genuinely believe, if he did agree, what and or who influenced that decision either comes from Turkey and somebody else behind the scenes applying pressure on Turkey. Yeah, I'm talking about everybody over there that represent the SNAP protocol. We know what's going on, don't we? Hmm. Every time Victor Conti suspects someone of using performance enhancing drugs, he always comes out and expresses it. I wish somebody would say, Marty, give me an example. Y'all remember that time? You know, I got the proof of all of this, right? I don't have the time right now because of the constraints we're on right now. I'll come back and spin the block and show it to you if you don't believe, to really put this up on the screen like I always do. When Victor Conti came out publicly in February of 2023, I did videos on this. He said boxing needs to get woke. David Benavidez had Memo Heredia in his camp. Y'all remember that? Okay, what about before Devin Haney fought Ryan Garcia? When people were saying that Teofimo Lopez was going to fight Devin Haney after he fought Jermaine Ortiz. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that, right? And before they announced that he was going to fight Ryan Garcia, Victor Conti comes out. I did a video on this. We did a live on this. Detailed Boxing was here. I can pull it up. Victor, asked Teofimo Lopez, yo, where was your testing results for VADA? We're not sure if Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz did VADA testing. We're not really sure. And if they did, I want to see proof. And Teofimo Lopez said, I'm a clean fighter. I took VADA testing, and he was influenced by Victor to send him proof, to send him the VADA letter saying that he was tested for VADA and he was negative. He let Victor swindle him. Y'all remember that? Now we see the same play being ran by Bill Haney. Y'all remember a few months ago, Bill Haney was on the Boxing Voice. Remember? And I only know that because I was tagged in it when the guy, what's his name? Punch Drunk Boxing used a piece of my content and he used my name when he told Bill Haney that on Manager Marty's platform, Victor Conti said nobody's enrolled in 24/7, 365. Y'all remember that? What was the thing that Bill Haney said in the beginning? We want Teofimo to do 24/7, 360. Who you think Bill Haney being influenced by to keep saying bada? Victor Conti. Who you think Devin Haney's being influenced by when he says in an interview, well, I want to be an advocate now, for clean boxing, because I'm a victim now. Who you think he getting this information from? Victor Conti. You see? So now that Ryan Garcia has tested positive, guess who's on the crusade now? Victor Conti. We see the play. And I believe it's Victor Conti that's influencing Rachel Donier, Tim Bradley, Bill Haney, and the rest of them to insult me and lie on me and be scared to come up here and talk to me. And that's okay. But the truth is going to prevail. It don't matter what you feel about me. The truth going to be, you don't got to like me, but you're going to believe. You don't have to agree with me, but you're going to believe. My job is to get you to believe the truth through facts and evidence and not hearsay. And speaking of hearsay, now that we're all here, we done with the Ryan Garcia debacle until we get more information and evidence on that. Paulie Malignaggi has some choice words. And I have to play this, and I played this in the beginning of this broadcast for all of my new viewers. And I promise y'all within a few minutes, we're going to leave. But before we leave, I got to break down the business of boxing because, Paulie says some interesting things. And he used Tank Davis as a reference. And we want to play the words of Mr. Paulie Malignaggi that he said a couple of days ago, because I believe that Gervonta Tank Davis is also being targeted because a lot of people, for some odd reason, are hating on him, keep insulting him, and he barely even talking to public. But let's hear what Paulie Malignaggi talked about regarding the business of boxing and Tank. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
You don't need to manufacture a star. You don't need to make Gervonta Davis against the guy who punched my guess. And just you need to keep manufacturing the star continuously. Like Gervonta's a very good fighter. I criticize the matchups because not because I don't like Gervonta Davis because I feel like he's so good that I want to see him against somebody like him. Why should I have to watch? Why, if I know that a python is a dangerous animal, and I gotta see a python take on an alligator, I'll say okay. But why do I gotta watch a python take on a turkey or a rooster or a chicken? Why do I gotta watch that? I already know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? That's a slaughter, right? That's a slaughter. But you know what? I'm gonna give it a Nile River crocodile or alligator. And when I confuse alligators and crocodiles, but whatever.
All right, we're going to stop it there. I'm going to play some more of this. I want to break this down in increments before I let y'all go. Paulie Malignaggi said that Tank Davis is a manufactured star because he's fighting guys that can pump his gas. The fighters that Tank Davis fought are professional boxers. And for Paulie Malignaggi to compare any of Tank Davis's opponents to a guy that can pump his gas is totally disingenuous and disrespectful to the men who are professional boxers who sacrifice day in and day out and go through the process of maintaining the level of a boxer's lifestyle to have the courage and the skill set to get in that ring and fight in general, let alone fight a guy who can possibly knock them out. That was very disingenuous for Paulie Malignaggi to compare those guys, any of those guys, irregardless of the result, of guys that can pump his gas. Totally disingenuous. I didn't agree with that. He also used the word manufacture. Here's the thing about boxing, and we know this as people in boxing, and if you don't know, that's okay. You're in the right place because I'm here to educate you. There's a certain time frame where promoters and managers want to build up boxers to become stars first and then superstars, right? There's two different levels of being a star and being a superstar, right? So Paulie used the term manufacture. Paulie Malignaggi understands that not only in the beginning of a professional boxer's career that they will fight lower level opposition, but even in the middle of a fighter's career. Because you know why? It's all about longevity in this business. Go back and look at fights from the greats like Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard and even Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield, the list goes on and on with the veterans and Hall of Famers, dead and alive, the great men and women that made accomplishments in this sport. They all fought people that were of lower opposition at all points in times of their careers. All of them. Every last one of them. Muhammad Ali did not fight 5 back-to-back, 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 back-to-back fighters who were on his level. That's a promoter's nightmare. That's not how the business of boxing is designed because it's about longevity. Okay? And it's about maximizing the fighter's earning potential. That's what this business is about. And Paulie Malignaggi knows that. And he said out of his mouth, he don't want to see Tank Davis fight somebody he know that Tank Davis can beat. But see, that's the thing, Paulie. And if he's watching, hopefully he understands this part. That's the difference between you, Paulie Malignaggi, being an experienced professional boxer and a casual fan. The casual fan might not know who Lamont Roach is, but they know who Tank Davis is. And that's the whole purpose. The whole purpose for boxing representation, whether it be managers and promoters. This is our objective, to convert a casual to become a hardcore fan over a particular fighter. Why? Because that's how we build the fan base of a professional boxer. The casual fan are the targets. So a hardcore fan might not want to see Tank Davis fight Lamont Roach. But what about when Tank Davis got in there and fought Frank Martin? You going to say Frank Martin is a guy who's legitimate enough to just pump your gas, Paulie? How? Frank Martin came off of a good win against an undefeated fighter, Mikael Rivera, who tested positive for a being substance, by the way, and still got dropped and lost. Okay, then. He was an undefeated fighter. Wasn't he? Okay, then. You mean to tell me Tank Davis don't get credit for fighting a good fighter in Frank Martin? Why? Because he got knocked out? Okay, great. Well, I'm glad you said that. And anybody else that's thinking like Paulie Malignaggi, hear this. A casual fan is someone who is considered a blue-collar worker. Let's talk about the targeting of that. Now, we're not talking about a white-collar worker who don't watch boxing. That's cool. We know they have the money. They might be a casual, but we know they have the money. But what about making the appeal to a blue-collar worker who don't have all of the money to buy every single pay-per-view and to go out on the events where the fight is not in their home state? We have to still make an appeal to the casual fan, the blue-collar worker. Now watch this. Since Paulie talk about manufacturing, let's do good business with understanding timeline and how important timing is in the business of boxing. That's what you came here for, because I'm going to give you the business. This fight is happening in what? March. Huh? Tank Davis and Lamont Roach is happening March 1st, correct? Oh, okay. Are they competing with the NFL? What about competing with the NBA? Are they competing with the MLB? Good timing. Watch this. Talk about the casual fan, right? Casual fan usually don't have money outside of their bills. The blue collar workers, I'm talking about casual fans. I'm targeting the blue collar worker, the 9 to 5 worker who don't watch boxing regularly, that want to get out every now and then and go to a boxing match, but can't afford it, right? Who want to order a pay-per-view and support, but probably can't afford it outside of their expenses, right? Well, March 1st, income tax refund time, right? You mean to tell me that a blue-collar worker who receives whatever they're going to receive through an income tax refund that love boxing, but just a casual fan, you don't think they're going to say, you know what? I want to treat myself and I'm going to buy an $80 pay-per-view to see Tank Davis. I don't know the other guy he's fighting, but I know Tank Davis. I want to buy that fight and order it. I have extra money now outside of my expenses. You know what? Where's this fight happening at? Oh, at the Barclays Center? Oh, I live in New York. Oh, I live on the East Coast. You know what? How much they want for a ticket? $125? You know what? I got extra money now. How about I go and make this an event? I can go get my hair done, my nails done, or I can get a haircut. I said hair done, nails done for females. I was talking about haircut for men. I just want to be clear on that. You know, it's 2025. I'm not politically correct. But at the same time, think about the casual fan. Think about the psyche of business. Think about the psyche of a consumer. That's what managers and promoters and matchmakers do. That's what we do in the business. We think about the psyche of a consumer. What will the consumer want to buy? So Paulie might be thinking from a standpoint of the sport. Oh man, I want to see him fight more competitive fights. Okay, great. But from the business aspect of it, it's an event. All of the stars come out to see Tank Davis. You know how much ringside tickets cost? In the thousands. When Tank Davis come out, in the thousands of dollars when Tank Davis come out and perform. So we know they're going to show up. They have the financial resources, but we're targeting a different type of audience, a different type of demographic. So when Paulie says, oh man, Tank Davis is a manufactured superstar, you can say that, but the casual fan, they keep buying his fights. The casual fan keep coming to his fights, whether they're blue collar casual or a rich casual. They come out and support Tank Davis. That's the truth. So it's not about manufacturing. And also, even with that, Paulie Malignaggi, and this is no disrespect to Paulie, but Paulie, let's keep it real. All the people that keep criticizing Tank Davis, including when Timothy Bradley was, criticizing him. When y'all were the A side, y'all wasn't doing Tank numbers. Y'all biggest fights, you and Tim Bradley, the people that's criticizing Tank, y'all biggest fights was when you was the B side. I'm not hating on them. I respect the contributions they made, but I'm putting it all in perspective to understand why Paulie's saying that. You're not going to have no champion or no superstar fight 5 hardcore fights in a row. And if that is the standard that Paulie Malignaggi and everybody else is looking for, then hold that same standard to all fighters, not just Tank Davis. Because the last time I checked, when Terrence Crawford was fighting the opponents that he was fighting before he fought Errol Spence, none of them were supposed to be on his level. He made all them fights look easy. And there were fights that nobody was really calling. I ain't find nobody before the Kell Brook fight say, man, you know what? And Terrence Crawford next fight, I want to see him fight Kell Brook. No, you wasn't. Most of you were talking about him fighting Errol Spence. When Terrence Crawford fought Sean Porter, most people wasn't claiming for in that fight beforehand. Man, the next fight I want to see Terrence Crawford in, man, I want to see him fight Sean Porter. No, you wasn't. Sean Porter had lost to Errol Spence in dramatic fashion when he got knocked down in the 11th round. Oh, okay. Let's call it for what it was. We were clamoring for Terrence Crawford to fight Errol Spence. Oh, okay. So every professional boxer at some point, whether it be in the beginning, middle, or end of their career, are going to fight a competition that's not on their level. It's the nature of the business of boxing. Let's continue real quick, and I promise you, I'm going to let y'all go after this. This is more that Paulie Malignaggi said about Tank Davis.
River alligator and a python. All right, bro, you got me interested. You're like, all right, bro, let's see who wins this. You know what I mean? This fight, obviously we're not fighting to the death in boxing, but nonetheless, intrigued me. The Gervonta Davis fight with Lamont Roach. Lamont's a good fighter. He's a perennial contender. He's been a contender for his whole career. I think he's been pro for about a decade. I can remember him all the way back in his golden weight days. But it's, solid perennial contender. Always came up just a little short and finally got over the hump and won his world championship. That's great for him. But that doesn't mean now you put him up in the next weight class against a bona fide star, a pay-per-view star, and you make him the opponent. That's not how you're supposed to do that, bro. You know what I mean? So that's why when I hear guys like Davis talk about they want to retire, they're not motivated anymore, and but that's just because they overpaid you.
Stop. So now Lamont Roach got to get criticized for fighting Tank Davis now. Why? Shouldn't he be praised for being able to get the biggest check in his career? Isn't this prize fighting? I'm confused here. Because the last time I checked, when I hear fighters talk about, I'm fighting for legacy, you notice how legacy is always attached to a check? Terrence Crawford's fighting Canelo Alvarez for legacy. But you forgot to mention that he's fighting for a check. Fighters don't think about fighting for free. This is their profession, right? They don't work for free. So let's stop with the whole legacy talk from now on, that these fighters are prize fighters. They know what they have to do, and they know why they're doing it. It's their profession. Just like we have a profession, right? And we get paid and compensated for hours. Okay, so what I'm trying to figure out is, why is Paulie Malignaggi saying what he's saying? Lamont Roach is receiving an opportunity of a lifetime. This is something that fighters in his position dream of. The same dreams that Paulie Malignaggi had when he was fighting. Just to get that opportunity. But now that's not a fight that should be happening. That's not what you're supposed to do. Okay, Paulie, you're a promoter now? So what's supposed to happen? Tank Davis just fought an undefeated fighter in his last fight. So what's supposed to happen now? Because last time I checked, I thought Lamont Roach was undefeated. So what's supposed to happen next for him? Because there's nobody else in the division for Tank Davis to fight. We thought he was going to fight Lomachenko, but we know what happened with that. So I'm just trying to figure out what's supposed to happen then. Because we know that Tank Davis signed a multi-fight deal with Amazon Prime, correct? Okay, so he has to fulfill his obligation, don't he? Oh, okay. I'm just trying to figure this out. Double salute to Ty. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel. As always, and of course, you know she's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll to Take film crew. Ty says in the super chat, turn the air fryer up and keep your foot on their neck. Ty, you know I am, sweetheart. And it's all because of your contribution that continue to motivate me to do so. And my guy in the super chat, all things double salute to him. His contribution and support to the channel. He's also a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll to Take film crew. In the super chat, he says, smash the like. Now, we have a very small audience compared to what we usually do, but that's all right. Smash the like button. Thank you again, all things. And my dude, my God, double salute to him for his contribution and support to the channel. Rob Jones, my man. Thank you for your contribution again, Rob. And of course, Mr. Greg, double salute to him again. He's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll to Take film crew. And my guy, Mr. Greg, says in the super chat, Paulie got thrown off of Showtime because of his mouth. He always saying something negative about other fighters who, in my opinion, rose above him. And that's what I'm trying to say, Mr. Greg. The hate continues for Tank Davis. I mean, Tank Davis has exceeded so many levels of expectations, and he's also exceeded the accomplishments of even the fighters that keep criticizing the guy. I mean, give Tank Davis credit. It don't matter if you think he's manufactured or not. The man is able to provide financial security for himself and his family through boxing. Hello. And the business of boxing and the nature of the business is designed to do what? Give fighters longevity to maximize their earning potential. And sometimes that means that fighters will be put in there with people that are not on their level, so to speak, that have a good opportunity. This is the business of boxing. This is capitalism at its best. I didn't hear Paulie Malignaggi criticize Terrence Crawford when he just fought Madrimov. I didn't hear Paulie Malignaggi criticize uh, Benavidez for fighting Morrell. And the reason why I said Madrimov and Morrell is because they both done fought 11 times professionally in their careers thus far. But they were able to get a big opportunity and a big check. All right, then. We all can say a professional fighter fought somebody that wasn't on their level, opposition wise, but it's a stepping stone. This is the business of boxing. So why Tank got to be the only one called out? When Shakur Stevenson fought Jamel Herring, we didn't hear Paulie Malignaggi say that Jamel is over the hill, did we? Oh, okay. So if the standard is going to be applied, it has to be applied for all fighters. He said that he don't want to see a fight that people already know who's going to win. Well, nobody believed Paulie Malignaggi was going to beat Miguel Cotto, did you? Most people didn't. Most people didn't believe Paulie Malignaggi was going to beat Ricky Hatton. I'm just saying. Okay then. But you still took the opportunity to get that big payday, didn't you? Nobody believed Paulie Malignaggi was going to beat Danny Garcia, and I was at the, I was ringside at that fight at the Barclays Center when Danny Garcia fought Paulie Mal. Nobody didn't believe. I mean, people I know, people that know boxing, we didn't believe that Paulie was going to be able to beat Danny Garcia. But that didn't stop Paulie Malignaggi from getting that big check, did it? Oh, okay then. That's all. Hey, that's all I'm saying. We're looking at other fighters' resumes, and we don't see them fighting 5 hardcore, top-level oppositions in a row. Come on now, that's not how boxing is set up. Hey, Raina, how you doing, sweetheart? We know this. That's all I'm saying. Let's play some more what Paulie said before I let y'all go.
And again, I don't like to bring up money, other people's money, but I'm bringing it up only because that's part of the reason he said that. Like, he's like, I made my money, this and that, and I won't. Oh, what did you accomplish though?
Wow. What did you accomplish though? You're getting overpaid, Tank. That's why you saying you're retiring. Wow. Paulie, this is what we come down to, brother? Is this what it boiled down to? What did Terrence Crawford accomplish when he beat Madrimov? You gonna say a belt, right? I can't wait till somebody say, "Oh, he won a belt." Did anybody say they wanted to see Terrence Crawford fight Madrimov? No. Okay. I'm just asking a question. That's all. I just figured I'd ask. Paulie, what did you accomplish? Because in all your biggest fights where you the B side, you lost. I'm just saying. I'm not criticizing him because he's a professional boxer. But I'm just saying the Tank got to be given this scrutiny. Everybody got to get it now on the same level. What did you accomplish in your career? Because the last time I checked, Gervonta Tank Davis accomplished or not, it's only one accomplishment. That's the pursuit of every fighter. Yeah, it is the world being a world champion. But after that, that's the pursuit of all fighters, the money. And Tank Davis accomplished that and made more money than Paulie and everybody else criticized me. He's the face of boxing. Paulie Malignaggi was not the face of boxing. Tank Davis is. So that's what he accomplished. He accomplished that you can make him the eighth side in Georgia. He gonna sell it out. He accomplished that you can make him the eighth side in Brooklyn, New York, and he's gonna sell it out. He accomplished you can take Tank Davis and put him in DC, Capital One Arena. He gonna sell it out. Should I continue? You can put Tank Davis anywhere in the country of the United States of America as the eighth side, and he's going to bring everybody out. The stars, cars, and the bras. That's the ladies. That's for the ladies. The stars, cars, and the bras. Tank Davis going to bring them out. That's what he accomplished as the eighth side. Because that's every pursuit of a fighter. The check. Yes, championships, but the check. See, Tank Davis don't need no championship. He don't need no belt. At some point he did. And he don't need Floyd Mayweather to talk in his corner and in his ear no more. He don't need Floyd Mayweather right now to have him courted on a private jet. Did he need that? Yes. Did it help him? Yes. But does he need it today? No. So it don't make a difference who he fight. He gonna bring the stars out, the cars out, and the bras out. Y'all can't hate on Tank Davis. This just what he's the Iverson of boxing. He's the Allen Iverson of boxing. And instead of hating, just going to congratulate the man. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Double salute to Two Cents Boxing. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel. Two Cents Boxing says in the super chat, Paulie got that. Is a hand right there. I don't know what that means. Paulie got that micro energy. I don't know what that means, 2 cents, but Paulie got that micro energy. This is a hand emoji. I need clearance on that because that looked like it's a funny joke. And double salute to what have you done for me lately? Thank you for your contribution and your support in the super chat. And what have you done for me lately? Asked a really, really good question. And what have Paulie done lately? I knew it, Mr. Greg, that it was a funny joke that Two Cents was saying, but I try to figure that I want to know what that hand emoji meant. But anyway, yeah. 2 Cents said, who gonna tell him? Somebody tell me. I want to laugh. Y'all know I'm funny. But all I'm saying is, why are we criticizing Tank Davis? Hey, 2 Cents. I didn't know what that. I gotta do. Look, I gotta cover my. I got big lips. I gotta cover my mouth with 2 hands. Y'all know I make y'all laugh. Hey, 2 Cents. Oh, that was this. I couldn't see the hand. I didn't know that was the hand emotion that did the little that. Y'all, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, y'all play too much in the super. I got the hottest super chats in the world and the livest chat on YouTube. We already know that. Oh, that was so hilarious. Oh man, I don't even know how to end this live. I was trying to end it off of the Paulie's words. I don't want to end it off of Tusin's words. That was too funny, but that's all I'm saying. Tank Davis is going to make sure that people that get their income tax refund pay for the fight through pay-per-view and go out to the Barclays Center and buy it. And all the casual fans are going to be impressed whether Tank Davis win, lose, or draw because he is the face of boxing and there's absolutely nothing that nobody can do about it. You know what I'm doing? Way too much talking. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.